This is hot or not. No additional cost features. I think I know where you're going with that, but I don't want to prefetch anything here.
So I kind of wanted to call this freemium, but really it's not freemium because this is no additional cost.
Yeah,
These are features that are being offered, and I sort of started to pick up on this trend, and I keep seeing it over and over again. Features that are being offered at no additional cost to subscribers, but when you actually dig in, there's a reason for it. So we actually saw, I think saw it first. I have this sort of out of order, but we saw this first with Zoom Companion AI.
that's right.
That is, they're offering this to subscribers. So they're offering this amazing, everybody says, nobody's going to argue with this, that Zoom summarization features are incredible.
Awesome.
And so that is a no additional cost feature to subscribers. So that's somewhere, where people are like, okay, well, I use the free Zoom. Maybe it's time to upgrade because I'm going to get
Yeah.
that feature. So Webex is now doing something similar with their contact center, their basic contact center, where, if you have sort of you subscribe to the Webex suite, but you need just a temporary solution for a contact center. Say there's just, something going on where you just have like a sudden surge. Um, well, then you get to try that out, and maybe that will prompt somebody to subscribe. We saw this also with at Microsoft with Windows AI features in Windows 11, or sorry, AI features in Microsoft Windows 11. Is that going to say that those are free with Windows 11? So is that going to prompt people who haven't yet upgraded to 11 to be like, oh, maybe it's time? And then I just recently saw that Canva is now offering free subscriptions to classrooms for educators. So my guess is, and I really didn't do a whole lot of digging into this, but my guess is, once you use that, you're probably going to want like a more premium version, kind of similar to, what Grammarly does. So, but with Grammarly, that's not a, free to, that's not a no additional cost feature. That is actually a free feature. But so I think this is an interesting kind of marketing. It's a, it's something, I don't know. Have you seen this before?
Oh, listen, if I look at the way that they're pricing this stuff leads back to what their strategy is, right? And that can be anywhere from a protect and defend to let's go on offense and try to steal some market share and then everything in between. And I think you did an eloquent job going through what could be some of the motivations for these folks. And I did a head scratcher on Zoom Companion AI when I first looked at it. It was basically, hey, it comes free. Because it was so good, right?
Mhm.
And I know that it's costing them a lot of money to do this. Now, once you get used to something, there's a potential that they knew what they had and they knew it was awesome. And then they just decided, hey, we're going to get people addicted on this and then we're going to move from there. And oh, by the way, we've seen companies raise prices. I mean, look at online video services, streaming services, right?
Right.
And so no customer should be under the illusion that some of these companies that say, "Hey, it's free," they won't start charging later. They might not, but they might. So,
Yeah.
and then I think you have Office or Microsoft 365 that that goes GA this month. That um, they, the amount of data that they need to go in and ground against basically your entire every spreadsheet, every PowerPoint, every Word document, every chat, that is monumentally more expensive, I think. Oh, by the way, in every Teams call
Mhm.
than what Zoom is providing right now. So sometimes it's cost based as well. Sometimes it's benefit based, which I also think, Microsoft believes that, there's going to be this amazing experience and capabilities. And yeah, for $30 a month, if I can be 30% more productive, I think it's absolutely a win for the enterprise to be able to do that. So, yeah, I mean, hot or not, it's hard for me to say. It's one of these things that I'm not a definitive on it. It's kind of it depends.
Hmm. I'm going to say it's definitely hot in terms of it's a trend, and we'll see. I think you're right. It's like hot or not. Is it going to work?
Yeah,
Can they maintain it? Because as you said, these models are really expensive to run. So can that be maintained as free features?
exactly. Microsoft has somewhat of a built-in advantage here in that they host their own platform. They have their own AI.
Mm.
So they have to have an advantage, and so does Oracle NetSuite, right? Because they're sitting on OCI, others, right? Like Zoom, Box, and I think for even that matter, Adobe sit on top of an IaaS service like an AWS or an Azure or an OCI or Google Cloud. So that built-in cost advantage, I think helps. You can imagine if they get a huge uptake Microsoft does of M365, an additional $30 a month per user, per seat,
Right.
right? And you can imagine the profits that could drive. It's pretty astronomical.